Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. The pregame festivities here in Oakland have to be seen to be believed. This crowd in silver and black, they are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Kansas City Chiefs. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. The tight end Kelsey was the intended target, and it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He's going to fire one. That's caught inside the 20. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play, and even 50 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Check three.
Now a man who really came on late last year, it's Damian Williams. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Damian Williams, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. The extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, you've got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
On 2nd and inches, Carr. Over the middle, he's got Tyrell Williams. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
26 yards. And a Raider first down.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory, right at the 40. Now the first-round pick from Alabama, Josh Jacobs. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts us down to a 3rd and about 5.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. 4th down, and on comes the Raider kicker, Daniel Carlson. This one from 35 yards away. Carlson able to put this one through. Last season for Carlson, bit of a strange rookie year. Won the Vikings job, then was let go week 2 after going 0 for 3, but he picked things back up.
Remember, he was drafted to cure their kicking woes, and he ends up going 0 for 3 against Green Bay, including the potential game winner. Gets cut, picked up by the Raiders, 16 for 17 the rest of the season. I'd say at the end of the year, a pretty good success story.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
And out come the Chiefs now. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complementary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor. And that's how you want to start a sequence defensively. That's what we used to call, partner, hello, glad to meet you. Tagged him for a loss.
Check. Alert 3. Alert 3. Check 43.
Now on 2nd and 13. Mahomes is going to float this over the middle. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 77 yards. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, you know, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He's got a 1st down and inside the midfield. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. 23 yards on the play. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders are back within a score. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play call.
And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. The big man, P.J. Hall, had the path to the QB there. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
To try again after the sack, Mahomes. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
Yellow. Go on, 80. 54. Check pass. Check pass.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Man open left side, it's Williams. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. On 4th down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. Back deep, Antonio Brown. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
A reminder coming up later tonight, Sunday Night Football, a good one from Atlanta. Eagles and Falcons, 8:20 Eastern. And then tomorrow on Monday Night Football, Odell Beckham back in New York, back in MetLife Stadium. Browns and Jets, 8:15 Eastern on Monday night. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. Back in the first quarter, you said it, they need to avoid the big play, but he just got a big one right there.
You can't relax. You know, we talked about in the first quarter, but as the game progresses, still opportunities, and he took advantage of one there.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Great gains back-to-back. Last time over 30 yards, better than 20 here. Here's Jacobs. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
Double dog, that's the way.
They'll run it with Jacobs. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Carlson on for the PAT. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead.
Next to score, Raiders 17, Chiefs 14.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And now here comes Kansas City. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. To throw again on second down. Mahomes finding Hardman here over the middle. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
He's checking, like 43. Attack, attack! You gotta get moving, let's go. You gotta get that. Kill. 15. You go tight. 15. You got tight right there.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. It's caught at the 10. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front. Point after, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. A marker down. He does get it up past the 25. Will it hold? Let's see. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Check 26.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. He's going deep for Brown. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. Well, prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Carr to throw. Lets it go for Nelson. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. J.J. Nelson. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Raiders have retaken the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now.
This is caught inside the 15. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. Extra point up and through. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
The face mask moves them all the way out past the 40 now for first down. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Here, baby. Your trip is here.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. Eluding the pressure right, and avoids the contact by sliding. Carr can beat you in a lot of ways. The scramble there, a perfect example as he gets the first.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Carr on target to AB. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Carr now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. To throw is Carr. The pass complete to Ryan Graham. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And here he'll get it down to the 7. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
36.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Carr, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Here we go.
Shotgun now for Carr. And the pressure gets to him again. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that'll bring him back within a point. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Throw right side, complete to Williams. Give him 4 yards there, and that should be the final play of this first half.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. On the ground, Jacobs will get the third quarter started. And he stopped immediately there. On the tackle, Tyrann Mathieu. They tried to run it to the short side of the field. There just wasn't a whole lot of room to work with.
Yeah, it seems like things just kept getting strung out towards the sideline, and he kept looking for a spot to dive up into the gap. There just wasn't one, so that turned into nowhere to run, nowhere to hide.
And no gain. And now this pass brought in by Brown. Antonio Brown, kiss him goodbye. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Antonio Brown, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Raiders are able to cash in for 6. Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2. And before they can get the play off, here's a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball. That's their first of this second half. So now Carr, he'll lead the Raiders up to go for 2.
Watch the out. Watch the out. Mike 59. Mike 59. We want this.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 26. Mahomes now to throw. That's caught. It's DeMarcus Robinson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They fake the give. Now Mahomes going deep here for Watkins. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to... no avail. 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
15. 15 is mine. I'm taking it. Check 50. Ripple is. Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Chopper. Chopper. Check it back. Check Sunday. On Sunday. 25. Check 25.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Caught left side, Williams. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Easy. Hey, 43, 15.
Mahomes to throw once more. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is third down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
Carr now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10. Now Carr. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Escaping the pressure right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 20. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You talk about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Taking a deep shot. He's got a man. Complete. And all the way down to the 29. A big play there for KC. 61 yards. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Mahomes firing complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Staying on his feet. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in the East Bay. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard. They trail as we start quarter number 4. Throwing on 2nd and long. Mahomes got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Sammy Watkins, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Chiefs have taken the lead here in the fourth. Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion.
Let's go, defense. And here we go.
Looking to throw. Williams. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I think we can figure out why they went for two there, right? Up one, you want to make it a field goal difference if at all possible. They didn't get it. Now, they've got to play some defense down the stretch.
Yeah, not much margin for error now for your D. They just have to get it into range. This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Derek Carr, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks for the Raiders last year, and they only won 4 games total, so they've got some experience dealing with tight ones. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Ryan Grant, the intended target, and that'll bring up second down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
They were trying to go to Brown once again, but it's going to be second down. Here's a 2nd and 5 now after the offsides penalty. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 23 yards the pickup there.
And there's a man they call AB, always a volume receiver. He gobbles up catches. Holds a number 2 and number 4 spots for most receptions in a season. And
under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
On second down, it's Jacobs. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. Now Carr. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away. Flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field. Have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. That'll net 7 yards on the ground, but it'll leave them with a healthy distance still to go on 3rd down.
This has been an up-and-down, back-and-forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr, and he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Cannon. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Now they air it out to start the drive, and it's complete. 25 yards that time.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. Now Carr. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. The 20. 10. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Yellow. Go on, 80. Tighten up. 57. Yellow, go. 43. Yellow, go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, 2nd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the 2nd quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Watch the twist.
He'll look to throw. This is caught by Williams. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. They still got 2 timeouts. Got to start using them, don't they?
You absolutely have to. You save them for this situation, but you have to use them.
Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Come on up. Slip. 43. 15. Two, fellas, let's go. Take 4. Come back.
He's back to throw. Man open left side, it's Williams. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
A gain of 15. First down, Kansas City.
I don't need to. 40.
Back to throw. Flush to his right. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Keep playing.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Let's get it.
So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, they got themselves in position to at least entertain the thoughts of an overtime, but as it turns out, it was not meant to be, Charles.
And you feel bad for a kicker in this spot. He's going to have to shoulder a lot of the blame, but in reality, this will be a team loss. They didn't do enough collectively to get the job done.
And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. So this one, a victory for the Oakland Raiders. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because